guys, and welcome to WTFn. I'm Annie.
And I'm Scott. Let's kick things off with a story. I get to do all the porn stories here.
Yeah. You're good at it.
I am good at it, so I've heard. So, as you guys probably know if you watch sports, the Stanley Cup was going on, and Boston lost. And where did Boston go? Well, they went over to Pornhub.com right after the loss.
Well,
apparently, there was no uptick for Chicago because they were out celebrating. But in Boston, where they were miserable, they all turned to Pornhub, where they saw a 20% spike in traffic right after the loss.
I'd like to see that compared to other cities who have also experienced big losses in sports or other, because what do people do when they're sad?
They go to Pornhub. They go drown their sorrows by watching other people get naked.
Yes, and now statistics have proven what we already knew.
Yes.
Okay.
You want to bail me out of this one, Annie?
All right, so here's an interesting story. North Korea has built its own tablet, but they forgot to include the internet.
Whoops!
How unsurprising, but they basically come up with their own sort of a version of an iPad. It's called the Samjeon, which is named after, I think, a region in North Korea. Mm-hmm. The app is filled with propaganda, including an encyclopedia, and war games, and an Angry Birds clone. Speaking to a news source, one of the representatives of this Korea Computer Center, which was partly responsible for building this, the point is to enable people to study revolutionary ideas, to use science and technology, and carry out their business and to enjoy movies.
Yeah.
They don't know whether it was made in North Korea with imported parts or in China. But it's probably not as fun as an iPad.
And each one was probably constructed by Kim Jong-un.
Himself.
Yes.
He painstakingly assembled them himself.
Came up with all of the technology himself, forged the glass from his dreams, and just kind of ejected it from his mind to a table where it was constructed.
He's an amazing man.
He is an amazing man. That man can do anything. Or so he says. Speaking
of leaders who have occasionally experienced criticism, the approval rating of Toronto Mayor Rob Ford, if you guys remember, he was the mayor of Toronto who was allegedly, allegedly? I don't know.
Allegedly.
Kind of allegedly.
Allegedly, but they never could find the iPhone that had the video.
Anyway, who more than likely was filmed smoking crack cocaine. And there was that whole thing with Gawker where they were, or the person who were in possession of the video were trying to find a buyer for it, and it was very expensive, and they made a Kickstarter and blah, blah, blah. Actually, it's been positive for his approval rating.
Yeah, well.
Which is not entirely surprising because that's happened before with Marion Barry, right?
Yeah, Marion Barry in the 80s, he was the mayor of Washington, D.C., was caught smoking crack with, I believe, a prostitute. It's an old black and white video. It's crazy if you can find it on YouTube. But he was caught smoking crack and was reelected.
I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're up for reelection and you're kind of down in the dumps, and you can't throw a football, smoke some crack.
Yeah. Hey, we had kind of a light version of that here in San Francisco, where Gavin Newsom had gotten into some trouble there for a while.
But he wasn't smoking crack.
There wasn't a video of him smoking crack.
Okay, true, touche. Okay. Allegedly. But he also got his own video game out of the thing. Shocking, it's a news story, so someone's gonna be quick on the draw, and they made a video game with the Toronto mayor smoking crack. It's a fun little game. It's available on the Google Play Store. I haven't played it, but it looks like fun. Yeah, moving on to teens and more video game news. A teen faces years in prison for a sarcastic comment he made on Facebook. Okay, so this kid was playing League of Legends, and he got into a heated argument with his friend on Facebook where he said something to the effect of, "Oh, you're insane." Like his friend's like, "Oh, you're insane, you're crazy." And then the kid retaliates by going, "Oh yeah, I'm so crazy, I'm gonna go to the school next door to the house and shoot it full of kids and then eat their hearts while they're still beating." And then he wrote, "Lol, JK," at the end of it. But it didn't matter because some woman in Canada saw this and reported him to the authorities, and then he went to jail. Which brings up another interesting point. Your statuses on Facebook can be seen by anyone, so thanks, Graph Search.
Yeah, I've been noticing that lately, is that when I post things on Facebook, there are all kinds of randos, liking it and commenting on it. So I guess that's something to be aware of when you try to make a funny joke about Or slightly off-color joke about
killing children and eating their
Yeah.
still beating hearts.
yeah.
Hilarious.
Always assume that some random woman in Canada is reading it.
Yes. Canadians, they created humor,
Can't trust
but
them.
no, they still don't understand it.
Anyway, so next up, sucks for that kid. Next up, to completely switch gears, PayPal has launched a galactic program to get payment systems ready for the commercialization of space. I can't believe this is happening. I mean, I can and I can't. But the galactic program says that PayPal wants to expand their vision of payments, of convenient payments, off of Earth and into space to help those who will be traveling outside of the planet pay for things.
Yeah.
Like bills and digital content and all kinds of everyday
Moon rocks.
items. And yeah, I mean, I was watching a little bit of the press conference, or not the press conference, the talk that they gave about this, and like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just don't think that everyday people traveling to space is really that close into the future because it's still so prohibitively
But they got to
expensive.
set up. They got to set up PayPal now because you've seen movies set in space. Everyone pays with credits.
Why can't
Oh,
they-
we got to pay with dollars, right?
Why can't they just use Square?
I don't know if it would reach.
I
I
mean,
don't know if
isn't
the
it just-
Wi-Fi. I
isn't
don't
it
know.
just a
Does
matter
the
of-
moon have really good Wi-Fi?
Wasn't it just
Or
a matter
3G?
of finding a way to send information back and forth? I mean, it's not like
Right.
it's this.
I mean, yeah. But we need to set up some 3G towers that look like trees, like they have out here, all those cell phone towers, up on the moon. Give the moon some cell phone trees.
Yeah. So
Then we can do
problem
Square.
solved.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
All right, there we go. Obama, get on that. Send up some spacemen with some cell phone trees to the moon. And then we could all have fun.
I think we just solved the problem of payments in space.
All right. If you guys liked what you
Give me
saw,
money.
give Annie money. Give me money too. Or you can leave a comment down below. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Until next week, or in the next 4 hours, I'm Scott.
I'm Annie.
And we'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.